What's up, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. Today, we are going to do a review and a reaction to V's record, Layover. It was a mini album that was put out in 2023, and in keeping with the V spirit, because we are celebrating his 29th birthday. So we put out a couple videos of me catching up. For those of you who don't know, I really am a V fan. Of all the boys, I think that I'm a little more biased towards V. Not taking anything away from the rest of the guys. It's just that they say that you find yourself in different people, and I kind of find myself identifying a little more with V's style, his music, and his taste of music. So, which is super soul, and I dig it. I dig it a lot. So, let's get to it. This is the very first tune. Is going to be called Rainy Days. I'm going to take a listen, and then I'll give you my mental notes at the end. Here we go. Okay, so what I really love about the tune is that when it starts out, you don't know if it's a sample. It almost sounds like it's a sample of some sort, like being played from an old record. And they really do play on it through the whole theme of the tune. Excuse me. And what I really love too is that when they go into like the second verse, the piano, the producer kind of did a high pass filter to make it sound like the piano kind of was coming from the other side of the room. And I really thought that was cool because it really brings his voice up a lot. Lyrically, what can I say, man? Awesome. I mean, am I to assume, Irene, that he wrote these tunes?
Well, I don't know. Probably he helped because they're in English, so I'm guessing he helped, but I don't know if he wrote the entire tune.
Huh. That'd be something to find out. I like it. The lyrics are fucking amazing. The whole track is cool. That kind of a drag beat. What I mean by that is that everything is in time. It's just that the drums on purpose are kind of set. They kind of push back where everything else kind of pushes forward. That kind of gives it that real soulful feel, and I really love it. And again, the theme of some of these tracks that sound like they're being played off of a vinyl record, awesome, really awesome. Only thing, if I was gonna say I'm missing, is background vocals. Like, I feel like there could have been some answer backs in some of the things, because there's holes where there could have been another line said, and then when the chorus comes in, oh man, he could have absolutely put some really cool background vocals in it. So that's the only thing that was really missing of this song, was that the background vocals didn't seem to be, they seem to be non-existent to a degree. I hear doubles, don't get me wrong, but not any stacks or anything like that I would think that I would normally hear. Next song is Blue. Let's get to it. Okay, whoa. Now, this was a really cool tune out, and I'll tell you again, in keeping with the theme of, how can I say this, man? And I really dig this, but it's hard to put into words as a producer. Like, you don't find much reverb, you don't find much echoes. Everything sounds very dry recorded. With that dry recording, and then I'm talking about drums, like especially, for example, a side stick, you have what's called high pass filters, low pass filters. One takes out all of the bass and mids and just leaves you what sounds like a telephone, right? And you have your range and how much of a telephone sound you want, you know? So normally we call that would be a low pass filter. Or a high pass. I get those confused, but it doesn't matter. The point is that these are frequencies that are being taken out. When you start to take away those low and mid frequencies like that, and you put scratchiness to it, it actually takes on the life of the vinyl. What I really like about this is not only are they playing with the time of the song, they're also using samples of him singing, which sounded like they were low-grade recordings, and they're actually playing it like samples on a keyboard. That is amazing. That happens at the end of the chorus. And I really, really, really love that sound because it really, to me, is like the beginnings. The comparison would be like a picture. You know what I mean? Like there's this canvas in front of you, it's blank, and the moment that you start to apply the colors and things start to come into focus, that's where I believe this is at. And it's so genius to do that. I heard a little more backgrounds when he started going, and it really wasn't any lyrics, but I could hear that there was one melody that was being sung over that chorus, but it was way, way ducked down. Like you have his voice here, and this thing is sitting off to the left, like down here, like way in the back. So again, even referring back to the first tune, I'm missing the backgrounds. I feel like he could have done a little more answer call type stuff with this, as well as, and if not even that, even in some of the points where he was applying the melody, I kind of miss where he could have actually dropped and sang in unison to what he was singing. Whether it would have been a full drop down, a whole transposed down to what he's singing to that note, which I believe this is in, sounds like it's maybe B flat or G, but in any event, he could have used a higher note, could have used a lower note and kept that. And I just kind of missed that. I don't know why. Huh?
An octave higher?
Octaves. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. He could have used his octaves and he didn't do that. And I'm missing that. Other than that, everything else sounds great. It sounds great. So let's get to the next song, which is Love Me Again. Here we go. I already know I'm going to love this song. Okay. Well, first off, I do really love this song. To be fair, I've heard this. I do believe that we covered it. We reacted to a live version of it, right?
The Tiny Desk, yeah.
Huh?
On the Tiny Desk.
Yeah, on the Tiny Desk. That's what it was. And since then, what I really, really dug about that song was how he resolved the chorus. I wish you could love me again, again. And he uses the different options to go again or again. That is such a hard again. So I really, really love that a lot because that, to me, it kind of gives a very small glimpse into a Jodeci inspiration. Because Jodeci definitely did a lot of those. The only way I can describe those again is a vocoder, because vocoders used to do those type of lines, and Jodeci basically came and said, you know what, we're going to take some of those lines that vocoders would play, and we're going to not only sing them, but we're also going to put stacks and stuff on them. And so that's what this reminds me of. I'm willing to bet that V is a Jodeci fan. Yes.
Can you tell them and explain what a vocoder is?
Oh, sorry. A vocoder. So you guys, okay. I actually have them back there. I wish I'd pull it out for you. A vocoder is this machine that has a tube that's coming out, right? There's different versions of it, but the one that I'm talking about is by a company called Banshee. It's a little black box. It has a black tube that comes out. You put it in your mouth. Then you have your keyboard, which is emitting sound, right? It's putting out sound. You take that keyboard, you find a good sound, and you route it into this black box. Now when you push the key, the sound coming from the keyboard enters the black box, which pushes that sound into your mouth. And now you have, you can actually make, different, you can say different things. There's all these different things that you can do with the vocoder. It sounds amazing. And once you hear it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Can you send them to a song that has vocoder?
Well, one of the most famous songs that has a vocoder would be Bounce by Zapp Rogers. More bounce, more bounce, much more bounce. You got to listen to that. Another thing would be anything Jodeci had vocoders in it. Teddy Riley,
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Blackstreet.
Blackstreet. Teddy Riley was a big time vocoder guy. He's even got live videos where he's standing up and he's got the DX. It's not a DX7. What is it? Because I have that too. It's a DX1, 101.
DX 101 might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's a certain keyboard that went really well with that thing. I got those instruments. I just haven't pulled them out because we haven't needed them. In any event, that's what I hear. I hear that there's a lot of influence just in that one line. I think it's really cool. I love this song. To me, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard to beat this tune. What am I missing? Same thing, backgrounds. I think there could have been better backgrounds at that point. But I'm not going to bitch and complain about it. I'm just telling you, love it, love it, love it. I just wish I could have had more backgrounds. All right, let's see. The next tune is... Slow Dancing. Jeez. This is hard because I do like this tune too. All right, the next song from V that we're reviewing is Slow Dancing. Let's go. Okay, so I have, and this is going to sound crazy, but I actually have a love-hate relationship with this song, and I'm going to tell you why. First off is the lyrics, love it. Super romantic. He's getting right to the point, and I love the innuendo of we could be slow dancing, we could be romantic. I dig it. I dig what he's doing. Here's the hateful part of this song that drives me nuts, is that they are playing with 3 different feels here. The drummer is playing ambiguously on purpose, and then when it comes to his beats, it's very, very straight, right? So he's very straight. However, the bass player is boom, 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 boom. So when you have and then it's 2 different types of rhythmic feels. But then it doesn't stop there, because then he is singing, we'll be slow dancing. You would, if you were, somebody sang that to me and I didn't know the music of it and they just did this, I would think that it would be, because then the bass makes more sense. It seems like there's this very slow, New Jack swing to it, and that's not what they did. And instead, they made the Cyclops. That's what it kind of reminds me of. It's very, I'm not saying it's not in time, because it's absolutely in time. It's just hearing those type of rhythms, those 3 things together, either it's going to work or it's not. And in this way, of course, it works because he's V, he's world famous, and this guy could fucking fart in a can and put it out and everybody's going to think it's great, even me. I'm just saying, though, when it comes to the production of that, to me, it's confusing. I don't know if that's just producers and musicians who like to show off the fact that they know how to write and play in different time signatures, and I hear that a lot in his records. So far, up until Slow Dancing, as I've reviewed this record, that's a one-trick pony kind of thing. Like, they're doing that in every tune. It's cool for the first couple tunes, but for every song, playing with all those rhythms like that, it starts to become like, oh man, like, just get into the groove and let that do, because he is grooving out so well. It works, his rhythm that he's doing phonetically as he's singing, that rhythm works, and so does the bass. I just don't like the drums. That's what I don't. I guess that's what I'm saying, is that I love the sound of the drums. I love the mix. I love everything. I don't like what the drums, how they were played, how they were presented in this tune. I think it takes away from the song, and this song is great. We sing this song throughout the house all day long. We love it. I just don't like that. All right, let's get to the next one. Please don't kill me. I'm not saying anything about V. V is perfect in this. I'm just saying that I didn't enjoy feeling like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to swing to it. And I'm a drummer, so I don't understand it. All right, the next one is For Us. All right, let's go. For Us. I love this tune. I would have loved to have heard more of it. At the second verse, he kind of does this Kendrick Lamar move which is the same tune, but they pitch it down. And then he starts to sing the sample of I can't remember who that was that sang that. So very LA sounding, very San Bernardino, Oakland, California, like the Bay Area. It's got that sound to it, that R&B sound. And then that breakdown just reminded me of Kendrick. I was waiting for Kendrick to start rapping. I think he should. He should probably do that because he would kill it. But it just doesn't go anywhere after that. It kind of just fades out and it's just the next tune. So I'll say it like this. I as a DJ, if I was in a room and it was time to slow some shit down, right? We're talking about Detroit, 2 a.m., somebody's basement, house party, I would have to spin that version twice and kind of leave out that second verse, you know what I mean? And keep on that groove that he had going on in that key. The other thing I like is that you can hear what's called bloops. Bloops are a sound that they use a lot in R&B, especially Jodeci used a lot of it is woo, woo, and all they are is test tones. It's just a test tone, a literal ooh, and they actually play that test tone like a piano, but they do a lot of bends and they do a lot of vibrato. So you get this woo, woo, and that is very soul. And I heard remnants of it. They attempted it on this tune, but they kind of, in my view, they used the wrong sound. I wish they would have just gone with a straight test tone like they did and do it that way. It was a very easy way to do it. But they used some kind of a synthesizer, which kind of gave it that bloop-esque kind of feel. Listen, I like it. I like the fact that the first verse and chorus comes around. I just wish I would have heard a second verse and chorus in that manner and leave the pitch down and all that real weird Kendrick Lamar type stuff towards the end of the tune. But they didn't. They did it this way. So other than that, yeah, love-hate relationship with this song. Love it, love it, love it. Do not like the fact that they ended. It would have been great if they would have gone back into the original key. Then I'd be like, that's cool. But it just kind of stayed there. So in a way, in the wild, if I had heard this, I'd have lost attention. I'd have lost my attention. Like driving in the car and listening to this, I'd have been like, oh, that's the shit. And then listening to that, I would have been like, is Kendrick about to fucking do something? I would swear I hear, nah. I would think that he was going to do something, and then it just I would have gotten disinterested in that and just played it for this song. So that's just my opinion. Again, his performance, the lyrics are so tender. This is love making music. When you hear this, at least that first part, the first chorus and first verse and chorus, that's love making, that's baby making music. And so I really, really appreciate that. So great job on that. The next one is, I think it's just a piano version of Slow Dancing. Let's listen to the slow version, or Slow Dancing piano version. Okay, I'm sorry, I hate those drums. The great sound, the drums sound great. Again, let me tell you what I mean by that, so don't take any offense. Let's first get this out the way. V killed it. Yet again, always perfect. Man, sounds amazing. Great job on the mixing, mastering, all that. I'm attacking the programming of those drums. Like I'm not in love with that every single time. The playing with the swing and playing with it like that. It's cool every once in a while. But every tune, it starts to wear on me and I start to be like, it's just aggravating. I start to turn off because it just sounds the same to me. So that's just my 2 cents about it. It doesn't matter anyways because we are celebrating this man's birthday. You know that he is a monolith when it comes to K-pop, especially K-pop soul. So why not celebrate this human being? He's a beautiful human being. He's not only a great singer and songwriter and everything else, he's a decent person. So anyways, thank you for stopping by. And if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and put that notification bell on so you know the next time we drop one of these videos. And happy holidays. Take your arms, wrap it around yourself, give yourself a big hug. And if you can kiss yourself, go ahead and do it. Know that you're special, and 2025 is your year. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right.